Hey everyone, welcome to Quick Break Games, and today we're going to be talking about Funko Fusion, the brand new Funko Pop game coming in 2024 from 1010 Games, because we actually have a brand new interview with Arthur Parsons. You might remember that name because he often presented the new LEGO games back when he was at TT Games. He would often be the guy presenting the new games at E3 and those different events, so he would be talking all about them. And now he's talking about Funko Fusion, so he did a brand new interview with GameRant.com, so a link will be in the description if you want to read this article yourself. So we're just going to be going down and seeing what he has to say to all their questions, and so yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so we're going to skip the intro of the article and go straight into the questions. So the first question is, we loved the first Funko Fusion trailer. There was such a mix of IPs. How did you decide what to use? So then Arthur Parsons says, well, Funko Pops appeal to this surprisingly wide age range, particularly 25 to 45, and we wanted to have a little bit of something for everyone. Our motto when developing this game was everyone's a fan of something. We went through and added something for every decade. We've got Master of the Universe in there, which will appeal to an older crowd, and Battlestar Galactica, the 70s version. And then there's stuff like Umbrella Academy that's more modern. It's a great mix with something for everyone. So yeah, we definitely saw all those different franchises in the trailer, so that makes sense. And you will notice he did say they're targeting an older age range there, 25 to 45, which obviously is way older than what the LEGO games appeal to. So question number 2, so you always knew it was going to be a multi-IP game, and he says, absolutely, we wanted to do something different from the LEGO games, different than we've ever done before. We knew it was going to be this awesome crossover, and with all these different IPs, and we're still getting new IPs even now as more people reach out to us and say, yeah, we want our characters in. So we've got over 20 IPs in the game, I can say that for sure, and at least one character from each one who's playable in the game. There are still more IPs out there that we wanted to use. We don't want this game to be a one-off. We see it as the start of a whole new franchise based on Funko Pops from all sorts of media. So that's a pretty crazy sign there that there's going to be over 20, because we definitely didn't get that many in the trailer. I think we got like less than 10, I would say, in the trailer from what we could tell. And so there's going to be even new ones in there as well. Could you imagine if they got something like Star Wars in there? That would be pretty crazy. That actually might warrant its own Funko Pop Star Wars game, which is interesting because they say they see this as the start of a whole new franchise based on Funko Pops. So I kind of see this as like Lego Star Wars, the video game back in 2005. That was like the whole start of all of their Lego game franchises. So perhaps Funko Fusion could be the start of a Funko Pop franchise. Maybe we'll get like specific franchises moving forward. Like I said, we could get like a Funko Pop Star Wars game and so forth. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see based on how successful this game ends up being. Alright, question number 3. Many weren't expecting the horror vibes from Funko Fusion's trailer. How did this element find itself in the game? So Arthur Parsons says, it was there from the beginning. We knew from the start that we wanted a lot of smaller IPs, cult classics, and a lot of those are horror. Like Shaun of the Dead, I think this is the first time Shaun of the Dead's ever been in a video game, and Child's Play, The Thing, and monster movies. We want people to react to say, wow, they've got that in the game, and a lot of horror IPs give us just that. So yeah, definitely a lot of different horror franchises in this game for sure. We definitely saw that in the trailer. Question number 4, how did you blend horror elements with the cute cartoon-like design and anatomy of the Funko Pops? We saw it as an opportunity. We're doing what we call tasteful horror. Even if it's gory or bloody, it doesn't come across that way because the Funko are so cute. Plus, we're going for a T rating and not an R, but it allows us to do these iconic horror scenes, these moments, in a new way. Like the Thing scenes in the trailer or Shaun fighting zombies, we want people to wonder how are they going to do that scene, how's it going to come across, and it'll be unique because Funkos are so unique. So like I was saying before, they are going for that older audience. It's not like an E or an E10 Plus like all of the LEGO games are. So the next question on the subject of iconic Funko anatomy, this is the first video game to feature Funko Pops. What was it like converting their anatomy into a moving, active form? And then he says, we're honored to bring Funko Pops to life, but it was definitely difficult. Our team worked so hard. They've got these huge heads and these tiny bodies, so they can't always do motions that you would think of as normal. We had to rethink everything. Imagine greeting a lady and doffing your cap. A Funko Pop can't do that because he can't reach the top of his head. When Prince Adam raises his staff to become He-Man, we had to change how he did that because it didn't work. But we've got great scenes as a result with some really fun moments. So yeah, I actually didn't even think about that. The anatomy is kind of weird, so that was probably definitely a challenge to animate the different Funko Pop figures. But I think it's kind of a good thing because it's going to allow for more comedic humor with just how the characters move and things like that. So it'll be kind of similar to the old games, the old LEGO games, I should say, that didn't have voice acting, where they had to kind of use, physical humor, I guess you could call it, to kind of animate the characters in a funny way. So I think that's definitely pretty exciting. Alright, next question, can you share any of those scenes with us? Well, in the trailer, there's that scene where the dinosaurs are loose and you get to see poor Claus from Umbrella Academy try to get through the door. He gets stuck, his head pops off, and there's just a little nub in there for his neck. In the game, that scene's actually longer. You see Claus's body just wandering around, looking for his head, and he has trouble picking it up because his arms are so short. It's really funny. There's also this scene where some characters are in one of the helicopters from Jurassic World, and their bodies fit, but their heads don't. So they're having a conversation, but all their heads are tilted and twisted at these weird angles, like 45 degrees, which makes the whole thing so much more fun. So yeah, this definitely sounds like the classic LEGO game humor, with just maybe a little bit more mature with all these heads popping off and stuff like that. Next question, the Funko Pop packaging is arguably as iconic as the Pops themselves. How did you incorporate that into the game? He says, Funko Pop collectors love their packaging. It's like you said, iconic. So when the Funkos get summoned into the game, they show up in their boxes, the boxes appear in the world, and the characters come out. We were inspired by Bill and Ted's a little. We wanted to really have a lot of treats for Funko fans, so there's a lot of little things like that in the game that you'll notice. Like, we don't have health potions, they're all Funko soda with that really obvious branding. There's a lot of fun things like that. Our goal was really to be authentic to fans of Funko, so that's interesting. So, you know, in the LEGO games you often have like hearts which heal you, so it seems like in this game there's going to be Funko soda which heals your health, which is definitely pretty funny. And it's interesting how when the Funkos are summoned, the packaging shows up, so I'm not sure how that's going to work in the game. Like, anytime you want to switch characters, do you have to watch the packaging show up and all that kind of stuff? It seems like it would be a little bit redundant, but I guess we'll have to find out once we hear a little bit more about the game. Then they ask Arthur, what IP were you personally most excited to see in the game? And he says, Masters of the Universe, no question. I've been making games for 27 years, and it was really my dream to work on a game with Masters of the Universe characters in it. What's really great is that for everyone on our team, there was an IP that was like that for them. We've got someone who loves the Thing, someone who's big into Umbrella Academy, and all that passion comes through. And we love that because of what Funko is too, a little bit of something for everyone. We're doing something that other games haven't done before, our team loves it, and I think it could really be a hit. All these little moments, Easter eggs, I think there is a chance for some huge viral hits here. So definitely sounds good, lots of different IPs, and it's good to hear that they actually have devs that are really into those different IPs, so they're going to actually put, you know, their full passion into it, which I think is really going to come across in the game. And then they ask him about what his personal favorite real-life Funko is, and he says it's Tony the Tiger from Frosted Flakes, which I thought was kind of funny. The next question is, from one collector to another, can you tell us, does Funko plan to release any tie-in merchandise related to Funko Fusion? Any new pops based on the game, maybe? He says, I can honestly say that I don't know, but knowing the people at Funko, I wouldn't be surprised if they got some sort of surprise up their sleeve, because people have noticed a lot of the Funkos in this game don't actually exist in real life, so it would be cool if they actually, you know, brought those into existence as a sort of tie-in with Funko Fusion the game. Alright, last question, is there anything else you want to say to readers about Funko Fusion? Then Arthur Parsons says, you won't be disappointed. This game, there's so much there, it's just bonkers. We've got so much that we can't wait to share with you, so keep an eye out because we've got lots more exciting information to reveal before the game comes out, more IPs that we haven't shared yet, more exciting announcements, and stay in touch. Reach out to us on our social media, we want to know your thoughts and what you think of our trailers and reveals, what characters, scenes, and moments you'd like to see in this game and in future games, and what we hope will be a franchise. We want to hear from you. Funko Fusion is scheduled for a 2024 release on both PC and console. It will be next gen only, by the way, so you will need a Series X, PS5, or Switch. But yeah, guys, that is it for this interview. So definitely exciting that they really want this to be the start of like a Funko franchise of video games. I think that's going to be really cool. Sounds like there's going to be a lot more IPs than they just revealed in this initial trailer. The game is coming in early 2024. They revealed from their press release a little while back, so it's not too far away. So I would expect us to maybe get some more marketing, maybe another trailer sometime later in the summer. I think definitely by August, like for Gamescom, we'll get something else. But so yeah, let me know what you think of Funko Fusion. Does this interview excite you more with Arthur Parsons' passion behind it? So yeah, tell me all that in the comments. Like this video if you enjoyed it, dislike it if not, and subscribe for more content like this. I'll see you guys next time here on Quick Break Games.